Welcome to the Vernon Hills Update. The update offers information about a variety of village services. You'll meet a few of your neighbors and you'll find out about upcoming events. On today's show, we'll learn about our local Stand Strong Coalition and Stevenson High School's Catalyst Club as they educate us on powerful ways to protect our family from drug and alcohol addiction. We'll visit with Countryside Fire for an important reminder to stay off the ice and steps for what we should do if somebody is caught in a thin ice emergency. And we'll stop by Back in the Loop, a local independent retail shop specializing in upscale resale treasures. Thank you for tuning into the Vernon Hills Update.
We are with Jamie Epstein of Stand Strong Coalition. We know her because she's been to visit us before and talked to us about what jewels are, what vaping is, how bad it is, how surprising it is. We're here with some of the group that she has. Part of Stand Strong has the Catalyst group of students. So before we get started and hear all the tips and all the information these kids have for us, let's talk to Jamie again. Remind us what the Stand Strong Coalition is, where you're working, and why it's so important.
Thank you for having us. So Stand Strong is a community coalition. We're dedicated to the prevention of underage drinking and drug use for the youth in our community. We operate under a drug-free community grant from the Office of National Drug Control Policy, and we're just working hard to educate parents and youth about the risks of underage drinking and drug use.
And your center of operations, I would say, started out of Stevenson High School. I know that's where you're from and your kids are from. Right. But you work in the broader community. Stevenson is one of the Vernon Hills schools, but your work, you're expanded beyond that.
Yes, so and that is mostly through our great youth here, through our Catalyst group that represents the youth sector of Stand Strong Coalition. And they've worked hard all across the state in educating lawmakers and community members about the rise in e-cigarette use, the vaping, and they are working hard to push for a increase in the age at which to purchase those products. So they almost got it through last year, a statewide tobacco 21 law, but the governor vetoed it, and now they're going back this year to make sure that happens.
Well, let's talk about some of the things. So these very well averse. You know everything about this whole topic. You know the ins and the outs, which is what you're going to teach us about in a minute. These guys are talking to lawmakers. I know they're also talking to parents, because we as parents need to be up to speed on all this.
Right. Research shows actually that the number one reason kids who don't use alcohol or drugs report that it's their parents that make that the case, that they report they don't want to disappoint their parents, and parents who actually send clear no-use messages are the best ways to make that happen.
Well, and I know Stand Strong, if you go to your Stand Strong website, there's information, there's resources, there's videos to watch. You've got programming you do that people, even if it's in a particular school, everybody can attend these programs. You've got a lot of work you're doing.
That's right. So we have a community forum on the push to legalize marijuana in the state of Illinois coming up. We have programs on vaping. We have a panel event where we have a whole bunch of different community members come in and talk about, maybe impacted parents and what maybe they wish they would have done differently and what it meant to their family to see their child struggle with addiction.
Well, and I would also say, too, your website also has places not only to educate, but if you need help, if you need to have resources to help you or your family, everything from how to connect with Lake County's help tech service to other resources. You're a great place to start if you don't know what to do. If you are a family, with drug addiction issues that you're trying to figure out what to do, you are a resource.
Absolutely. We try to list as many of those services as we can on our website.
And as we said before, when you came to visit us before, drug use isn't something that happens just on the under Wacker Drive in the city of Chicago. It's everywhere. It looks different than it used to, and it's a painful thing. And that's why these kids all came out. They came on their day off, by the way. They could have slept in, but no, they came to help, and they're going to educate us with a lot of facts right now, and that's awesome. So.
That's absolutely right. The most momentum we have is our Catalyst group. We have about 100 students at Stevenson High School working on this issue, along with about 40 to 50 middle school youth working on it. So they are amazing kids. It's not always easy to take the stance that you're alcohol and drug substance free. it's one thing to do it. Most kids are alcohol and drug free, but it's another thing to really kind of promote it and market it and say that that's what you're doing. And I just have the most respect and admiration for these kids for doing what they're doing.
Well, we're going to hear from them in a minute. And thank you all for what you do. Thank you to Stand Strong Coalition. Remember, if you want to find out more, you go to the website. StandStrongCoalition.org is there, and there's so much there available. Jamie's there to help. These lovely young people are here to help. So educate yourself and be aware, and that's the most important thing for right now. So thank you. Thank you for taking the time. And now let's hear from the kids.
Hi, my name is Abby. I'm a junior at Stevenson High School and a member of Catalyst Club, a drug prevention club. Today I have 3 facts to share. According to CDC, 115 people die every day from an opioid overdose. That's almost 4 of your kids' classrooms every day. The National Safety Council reports that in the U.S., the odds of dying from an accidental opioid overdose are greater than those of dying in a car crash. Prescription pain medications are fueling this epidemic, and many who struggle with this addiction report obtaining their opioids from a friend or family member's medicine cabinet. Make sure you don't unknowingly contribute to the problem. Properly dispose of your unused prescription drugs right away at the confidential drug disposal locations at your local police station, including the Vernon Hills Police Station. Encourage your friends and relatives to do the same. Thank you for helping protect the teens in our community. For more information, please visit www.standstrongcoalition.org. Another fact about prescription drugs is that most kids don't misuse prescription drugs, but for those who do, the effects can be deadly. The most commonly abused prescription drugs include ADHD medications such as Adderall and Ritalin, anxiety medications such as Xanax, and pain medications such as hydrocodone. The easiest way for teens to obtain a prescription medication is from their friends or their parents' medicine cabinet. It's so common that it can happen even in your own house. Make sure that you do your part to keep our teens safe in our community. When you are done with your prescriptions, make sure to properly dispose of them right away at the confidential drug disposal sites at your local police station, including the Vernon Hills Police Station. If you have medications that you or your teen take regularly, monitor them and lock them up. Encourage your friends and relatives to do the same. For a free lockbox, please email standstrongcoalition@standstrongcoalition.org or visit www.standstrongcoalition.org. Additionally, about marijuana, today's marijuana is 8 to 10 times more potent than it was in the 70s and 80s. When THC levels get so high, teens are more likely to become addicted and have more issues with psychosis. Psychosis can affect the mind and make it hard for a person to understand what's real and what isn't. Make sure you talk to your kid today about not using marijuana. Short and frequent conversations are key. Thank you.
Did you know that 1 in 6 teens who try marijuana become addicted to marijuana? In fact, 70% of the teens in local inpatient treatment centers are in for marijuana use disorder. Exposure to drugs like marijuana during the teen years can permanently change both the function and structure of the brain and increase your child's risk of addiction later in life. Make sure you talk to your child about marijuana. Research shows that teens are less likely to use drugs when they know that their parents strongly disapprove. In addition, when it comes to self-medication, often an unsecured prescription, expired medication, or improper storage is an open invitation for experimentation or self-medication. Prescriptions all too often fall into the hands of our youth who are curious and fearless. The stories about how individuals begin their journeys of substance abuse often begin with using other people's medications due to easy access. In fact, according to the Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administration, nearly half of the teens, 47%, say it is easy to get prescription drugs from a parent's medicine cabinet. Let's not make it so easy. Do not keep unused prescription drugs around. If you need a refill, your physician will re-prescribe it. Make sure you properly dispose your unused prescription drugs and keep you and your family safe by using the 24/7 disposal sites located at police stations across Lake County, including Vernon Hills. Encourage your friends and relatives to do the same. Do your part to end this epidemic. For more information, please visit www.standstrongcoalition.org.
Hi, my name's Lila Maiolo, and I'm a sophomore at Stevenson High School, and I'm a part of Catalyst Club. Did you know that nearly 1 in 4 teens report taking a prescription drug not prescribed to them at least once in their lifetime? And 1 in 6 teens have used a prescription drug to get high or change their mood. Do not keep unused prescription drugs around. If you need a refill, your physician will re-prescribe it. Make sure you properly dispose of your unused prescription drugs and keep you and your family safe by using the 24/7 disposal sites located at police stations across Lake County, including Vernon Hills. Encourage your friends and relatives to do the same. Do your part to end this epidemic. For more information, please visit www.standstrongcoalition.org. I'd also like to mention that 86% of heroin users report that they use prescription pain relievers before becoming addicted to heroin, and 2/3 of teens who abuse prescription pain relievers say they got them from family members or friends. Make sure to do your part and get rid of unused prescription drugs right away. Encourage your friends and relatives to do the same. There are confidential 24-hour drug disposal locations at all of the Lake County Police Departments, including Vernon Hills. Thank you for helping protect teens in our community. For more information, please visit www.standstrongcoalition.org. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Alyssa Bundy, and I'm from Stevenson High School, part of Catalyst Club. Has your teen recently had his or her wisdom teeth out? Has your child recently suffered from a sporting injury and has been prescribed pain medications? These are 2 ways that teens can become addicted to pain medications, so make sure you monitor the medications and, most importantly, properly dispose of them as soon as your child is done with medications. You can easily dispose of these medications at the confidential lockboxes at your local police station, including in Vernon Hills. Encourage your friends and relatives to do the same. Thank you for helping protect the teens in our community. For more information, please visit www.standstrongcoalition.org. Did you know that just last September, the U.S. Surgeon General issued a rare national advisory deeming youth e-cigarette use an epidemic in our country? Unfortunately, many teens are unaware of just how dangerous vaping can be. Most vape juices contain nicotine. In fact, 1 Juul pod contains the same amount of nicotine as a pack of cigarettes, and 1 Fix pod contains the same amount of nicotine as 2 packs of cigarettes. Nicotine is a highly addictive substance and can prime the teen brain for a lifetime of addiction. In addition to nicotine, vape juice also contains other unhealthy chemicals such as benzene, formaldehyde, and lead, chemicals that have been shown to cause cancer and have been deemed dangerous by the FDA. Talk to your kids today about the risks of vaping. Let's not have another generation be addicted to nicotine. For more information, visit the www.standstrongcoalition.org. I'd also like to mention that marijuana use in teen years has been shown to negatively impact a teen's education attainment and long job outcomes. Talk to your teen today about the importance of not using marijuana. Short and frequent conversations are key. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Emmeline and I'm from Catalyst, and I have 2 facts to share about drug prevention to you today. So the first one is that most of the kids who vape don't actually know what they're vaping. In fact, 66% said they are vaping just flavoring. Unfortunately, there is almost always nicotine in the vape juice, and nicotine is highly addictive. In addition, there are chemicals in vape juice that have been known to cause cancer and are on the FDA's list of harmful or potentially harmful substances. Talk to your teen today about vaping. The other fact I have today is that marijuana use in the teen years can negatively impact the growing adolescent brain. There have been direct associations between the use of marijuana and mental health issues like depression, anxiety, and addiction. THC also alters the way one processes information. It affects the hippocampus of the brain, the region responsible for information consolidation and spatial memory. Talk to your teen today about the importance of not using marijuana and allowing their brain to become the best it can be. Thank you.
Well, as we take a look at beautiful Lake Firethorn, which is located right behind Countryside Fire here on Deer Path Drive, we're with Fireman Tony Rodkey to talk about stuff related to winter and snow and ice and everything else, Fireman Tony.
Yeah, it's happening. It's here. Regarding ice, I'm sure you've heard of a few people that have already fell in to ponds and so forth that wasn't frozen over, and we've had that fluctuation of cold and then thaw and now cold, and you just don't know. So please stay off the ice, especially with these ponds and the fluctuation that we've had. We just want to make sure nobody's going to get into a bad situation, especially if you're out by yourself, maybe walking at night. Please stay off the ice, okay?
No, and we've given some tips before. If you do find yourself or you see somebody else in a precarious situation, they've made an error in judgment and out on the pond and they've gone through, what should we be doing?
We got to call for help. You got to dial 911, and you got to get the wheels of the fire service coming, okay? We got to get rolling. And don't go out there yourself, okay? Get something to reach out to them. If you can throw something to, maybe find an extension cord or somebody's ladder hanging on a shed, something that you can reach out to them. And if you can, if you are that guy in the water, in the ice, broken through, you got to kick your feet. You got to kind of pull. And if you can get yourself out, you want to roll away from that hole. People have gotten out, step up, stand up, and they go right back in. You got to roll away from that hole. But if you stay off the ice altogether in these unpredictable areas, you won't put yourself in that situation.
And we think of these ponds as being kind of innocuous. They're not usually that deep, but they're full of brambles and tangles, and the edges are really weak, and you just get in there. It's just, even though it's not Lake Michigan, it's still a dangerous situation.
Exactly. It's they're mucky bottoms and so forth, and people have actually been stuck that way too. So, and once you get that water, that cold water on you, it takes all your energy away.
Well, so let's just remember, if that happens, you kick your feet, lunge yourself up onto the ice, and stay low.
Kick and pull and roll away from the hole if you can get out. But I'd rather just see you stay away from that. And if you do help somebody, again, reach out instead of trying to get there and putting yourself in a bad situation.
Well, and that's why you want us to call 911, because you guys, not only you're trained, you've got like special wetsuits, you've got the hovercraft, you got all kind of stuff.
We have the equipment to make the rescue.
So there you go. 911 is always the thing.
Absolutely.
Okay. Well, let's talk about something a little less scary when it comes to snow and ice, and that's keeping our hydrants clear. So should there be something happening in our neighborhood, you guys can get the big hoses and get them hooked up. So you want a little clear space for your hydrant.
Yeah, absolutely. This is where you guys can help out. We have our Adopt a Fire Hydrant program, where all we're asking is, hey, keep that fire hydrant clear from snow, from debris. It's a year-long thing. You never know with the tall grass and weeds and so forth. But particularly in the winter, we want to be able to see that hydrant so we have access to the water should a fire occur.
I was going to say, see it is important too, just to be able to locate it quick if you're out there.
Absolutely. Most of them have an attached rod with a flag on it. But sometimes when we get, these big snowstorms, it piles up and they're buried. So the Adopt a Fire Hydrant program is about keeping the snow and debris clear away from the fire hydrant.
Okay. And everybody can do this, but you do have a little certificate, especially if you've got a kid or a scout or somebody in the neighborhood that wants to formally adopt a hydrant. You can give them a little certificate here.
Absolutely. Get a hold of me at the fire station, and I'll get this signed and framed for you.
Nice. The frame is always a good touch too. So, and again, that's about taking care of the neighbors, looking out for each other, checking to make sure everybody's okay.
Absolutely.
If we see something weird, call 911 or call you for help. Now, another thing we're talking about when it's snow and ice, driving, really, because you're a firefighter, but you're medical emergency assistant. So you're going out for a lot of fender benders and bigger accidents. Accidents are what you spend a lot of time with.
Yeah, we are on more car accidents than fires, particularly in the wintertime because of the snow, the slick roads. And when that first snow comes, the ground's frozen and people don't realize right away it's already freezing. So first and foremost, please slow down in the bad weather, okay? Fog in the morning causes those roads to be slick. People don't realize it. If it's cold out and it's raining, it freezes. It turns to ice. And then, of course, snow itself is going to make everything slick. So first and foremost, please slow down. Make sure you're buckled up, okay? Make sure your headlights and your taillights are clear so that, people can see you. Make sure your wipers are working. Make sure you have plenty of wiper fluid. Make sure your defrosters are working so that, the windows aren't frosted over and fogged up.
Excellent. Those are pretty simple things to do. It just takes a little time and a little thought.
Absolutely. And we know you can do it. Just please slow down for everybody.
Yeah, there you go. Slow down. Take care of the hydrants. Stay off the ice. You're always full of a lot of really good, important information. And I know there's more information on the website, or people can always check in with you. You're always teaching in the schools. You're always around. People can ask you questions, though.
Yeah, and if you need to get a hold of me, I'm here at the fire station. And just remember this as well. When in doubt, if you're wondering, should I call 911? The answer is yes. Please call 911. Get us coming.
You guys are ready to help. You'll never scold for somebody calling 911, even if they weren't sure.
That's so true. Please give us a call if you're in doubt.
Okay, thank you to you and to everybody here at Countryside Fire and everybody else, all our first responders around, and let's make it a safe winter.
You're welcome, Lynn. Thank you.
From time to time, we at the Update like to visit local independent businesses. We're one of those new local independent businesses. We're back in the Loop with owner Patty Leonard. Back in the Loop is on Route 60 near Aspen Drive. I call it the 7-Eleven Plaza. I suppose we should call it the Back in the Loop Plaza now, though, for you, Patty. So let's try that. But we're here at a new upscale resale shop, and we're here to find out all about it. How you can shop here, how you can sign here, and how you can just get to know Patty a little bit better. So thanks for taking the time. Your shop is beautiful. You've been here a couple months now?
Yes, hi there. Well, welcome to Back in the Loop. We opened back in August, and we are open from Monday through Friday from 10 to 7, and on Saturdays from 10 to 5. And we're very excited to be in the community.
Well, let's talk about being in the community. So now, before we started rolling tape, you said it was kind of a big deal to start a business. So this is a new business. It's not like you picked it up and moved it from someplace. So what gave you the idea to start this business? What gave you the, kind of the push to do it? And how did you end up in Vernon Hills?
Well, I've always loved resale shops. I'm a mom of 4 kids, and sometimes as a mom of 4 kids, I was always last in line in being able to shop. And now my kids have grown, and it was time for me to go back and to work. And I thought, well, I think it's time for me to do something that I love. And so I decided to open up the shop. And so far, it's been an incredible learning experience, and I've met some wonderful people, and I'm so excited to be in Vernon Hills. I live just 10 minutes away, and it's amazing. It really has been an amazing experience.
Well, I was going to say, you said you've gotten to know people here in town because you come in and you get to know, because you said you've got to stop in because it might change every week. You have different stuff, so some people pop in and you get to know everybody.
Yes, absolutely. We sure do. And when you come in to consign, what we do is we go through your items. I'm not real particular in terms of brands. We'd like there to be a little something for everybody. So as long as it's clean or dry cleaned, we will go ahead and consign your items. We keep them on the floor for 60 days. And if they don't sell, you can come back and pick them up, or we donate to the Winchester House is where we do our donations. And at the end of the month, if there's a sale, which we would like to hope there is, we go ahead and send you an email and you can come in and pick up your check.
Okay, so you said you're not real particular about brands, but I do see some high-end brands. You see all kind of things here in really good shape. Is it mostly women's then?
Yes, I would say 98% is women's clothing, accessories. However, I have taken on a couple of men's items that I just couldn't resist because they're in great shape, and this strip mall is just it's very eclectic. So I get items from all over the world, and they're just hard to resist. And so and they sell pretty quickly. So sometimes I have a lot of men that stop by to see if there is. My shop is very petite, so I can't really take in, both. I'd love to. In the future, I would love to expand and do a little bit of furniture, but for now, I think we're just doing women's.
So you see women's, I see, skirts and pants. I see we've got shoes out here. You've got jewelry and bags. So, and like you said, a few men's things. So, but all styles, all kind of body sizes.
Yes, absolutely. We do extra small to plus size. And I always tell people when they come in, don't worry about the size, just try the clothes on. Sometimes it really depends on the brand and how it fits your body. And even for me, like I'll go ahead and try something and just use it as a tunic, or put a little belt on, or pop it with a little accessory. So when people come in to shop, they definitely can leave with just a whole new wardrobe. Some people like to come in and pick up something for a party, or if they're going on an interview, or just daily wear. So we're, there's a little bit of everything.
Well, are you there to help somebody find the right thing and maybe put some accessories with it?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I do have a lot of repeat customers that come in once a week because of things, every day I get new items. And so a lot of times I will pull a couple things. I'll send some emails. I have some clients that like very specific brands, and so I'll give them a call and let them know they're in, and they come in very excited. And so definitely I'm here to help. If you can let me know what your style is, I'd be more than happy to pull them out. Again, my shop is really petite, so a lot of times I have a lot of things in the back that I don't have space for, and I have them by size. So if you let me know what your size is, sometimes I can pull them out, and we'll find you something.
Well, and I said when we walked in, you said we got to make sure the UPS man gets some items. You do some work even internet based. You've got some people that have connected with you, and you're like, yeah, I want that item.
Yes, absolutely. We do a lot of online sales. I would say 50% of our sales are online. We do different websites, parties that we do online, and I also have a website that we do most of our sales, and that's just kind of where it's going. But when you come in, I mean, it's great to be able to actually try some of the outfits on.
I'm a big toucher. I need to see how it feels, So, well, and you've got some beautiful things here. So let's talk about, like, what would be an item, just to give people an idea, like something that they might be able to buy new at the mall or somewhere, but you've got something special here. Have you got anything you can think of right now?
Well, so like I said, this strip mall is very eclectic, so I have items from all over the world that come in. I have things that you might find at the mall, and you will find things that you will only find here, especially jewelry. And for example, we can probably come around the corner here, and I'll show you a jacket. So for example, I have this jacket. It still has the tags on. It's lovely, and this was consigned by somebody from the Ukraine, and that's where they brought it in from. So you probably won't be able to find this jacket at the mall, but you'll find it here. And as we're standing here, I was just thinking, you were asking me about men's apparel. I happen to consign this Pendleton wool robe, and I just couldn't resist because it's Pendleton and it's wool, and why not?
And the price is just what you'd go to Kohl's and pay for anything.
Well, so if you look for a Pendleton online, it does run up in the $300. However, here you'll find it for $40, and this is in perfect condition. So as you could see, a lot of items still have tags. A lot of them are just very gently used, but again, everything is clean or dry cleaned, which is really important to us. And with shoes, again, a lot of the shoes that we have very little wear to no wear at all. So you'll find a lot of things that you can probably find at the department stores. Like you'll see our little Vera Bradley, because everybody loves Vera Bradley. And so you'll find them, but here again, you'll find them at just about a third of the cost. And that's really what you'll find at resales, is that you'll find it to be a third of the cost of the original price.
So that's one of the good reasons to stop by, is because you've got good prices. And then if people want to find out about consigning, I know we're putting your email and your website and everything up, but can somebody just come in and talk to you and say, I need to understand more how this works?
Yes, absolutely. You can come in at any time, and there's always somebody here to help you. And a lot of times, if we're kind of busy, I might not be able to go through all of your items with you, but you can come back later, or I'll give you a call and say, hey, these are the items that I think might sell, and these are the items that probably are not a good fit for the store. But like I said, for the most part, we like there to be something for everybody, and we all have a very unique style, and I'm hoping that you can find it here.
Yeah. Excellent. And you are open just about every day of the week. You are open every day of the week.
Well, with the exception of Sunday. I just recently, my husband asked me to please be home one day. And so we started closing out, because I try to be here as much as possible. It's very important for people to know that we take very good care of their items, and to, if something gets lost or damaged, I'm responsible for any of that. We pay all the taxes. The only thing that the village does require us to do is to take a picture of your ID or driver's license. So that's something that you do need to bring with you when you are consigning.
Okay, so some kind of ID to show who you are.
Yes, and we will take a picture of that.
Okay.
So
Okay, that's good to know. Okay, I'm sure that's part of the business.
It is all. I was somewhat surprised when but that again, we need to make sure that we're following all the rules.
Well, and people can find you on Facebook. They can find you. You've got a website. They can email you. They can call you. They can just come on over here and stop in.
Absolutely. Yes, we would love to see you. I tell people every time they bring items in, it's like my birthday, because it's like I'm opening up this box, and it just gives me a little rush to see what's in there, and what treasure we'll be able to find.
Well, and we should all be over here checking out all the treasures, and we'll do that. So make sure you stop by Back in the Loop. Say hi to Patty or any staff who might be here, but Patty's here most of the time, and she's here to help you. And thank you for taking the time. It's a beautiful store. Thank you for hosting us today.
Oh, thank you so much, and we look forward to seeing you soon.
Well, that wraps up this edition of the Vernon Hills Update. If you have comments or suggestions, please contact Mike Storto at 847-918-3560 or email mikes@vhills.org. Thank you for tuning into the Vernon Hills Update.